Hello guys, my name is Anthony Darway. On TikTok I'm called Wisdom. I'm here to spread wisdom and talk about the Africans empowerment. We as Africans, we have to empower ourselves, or have to do it with academic. For far too long there has been a lot of debate about how can Africa actually free themselves. We have something we call mind conditioning. The African mind has been conditioned in a way for us to become a servant. Whether you believe that or not, I have gone through this for a very long time. I've been debating this, and that are some of the reasons why I decided to write. I write about some of these things, like in the first book, which is called Wailing from the Bleeding Nations, the battlefield where the wars are implanted. It's my first book. It comes in hard copy and soft copy. We have ebook also. It is already there, and if you want to have a copy, please, you can contact me now. We can start doing pre-ordering. The second book, which is coming out again, I'm going to show you the cover, which is the Lunatic, Wailing from the Bleeding Nations, the Lunatic Struggle. See the cover, you see it. This is what it is. I've sent it. It's already in production, and everything is going to be right very soon. So I'm going to read a simple passage from the second book, this new one that is coming out. It also can be ordered. Pre-ordering is already there. It's open. I am working on a website. I'm going to open the social media platforms and every other area. Those who have my number, if you are interested, then you have to be interested. It is something that you will never regret reading it. It is time that we Africans will embark on knowledge as a way of liberating our society. Our mind has been conditioned or programmed or brainwashed in a kind of way that we have certain things that we need to break ourselves off before actually we can realize how we can take ourselves to the next level. You see, in Niger, in Burkina Faso, in Mali, you see some of these things that these young boys, they are doing over there. These are guys who have decided to break themselves free of the mind conditioning. So when you want to break yourself free, you have to know that it's going to take a lot of sacrifice. It's going to take education, and not just any kind of education, but the right form of education. So one of these things for so many years that I've been doing research about, that I put on paper, that is how it's going to go. So Wailing from the Bleeding Nations, and the Lunatic Struggle. Under the Lunatic Struggle, this is one of the passages that I'm going to read here. So I'm going to read for you right now. I say, most African families' upbringing share similar characteristics. As families and communities strive to protect their reputation or faces, we call the face value. Society acts as a watchdog, discouraging young individuals from exploring their true nature. Children often face various challenges, and some may choose to remain silent, living under a false identity out of fear of expressing their true opinion or standing up against this oppressive behavior. When they grow up, many people end up with a broken self-awareness and a lack of self-identity and self-esteem due to the deficit of necessity support at the initial stage of their lives to build their confidence. Let me finish reading the book, then I'm going to, finish reading the passage, then I'm going to explain that a bit. This vulnerability of not realizing one's importance among others, not knowing how to present oneself and what you stand for to the world, is usually exploited by others, especially Westerners, leading to the dismantlement of our society, betrayal of each other's, and inferiority complex. Imagine, inferiority complex is something that our brain has been conditioned for us, African, for us to believe that we are inferior. It doesn't just come overnight. It is a continuation of programming that the African brain has been programmed. We have been conditioned in a way for us to feel that we are inferior to the white man. Look, let me tell you this. It starts from the little people. It even go up to our government level. When the Queen of England, when she passed away, every Western dignitary that came to attend that burial, they came with their own security, they came with their VIP escort, and each was given a separate stage, separate place that they stay with their contingent for them to go. But when the Africans were coming, do you know what they do? They put them, every one of them, they put them in a minibus. Over 5 to 6 African head of state, they packed them like sardine because they accepted and said, you who control a whole country, you control your country, you have cars, you have security. But when you are coming to attend a burial service in the West, because your mind has been conditioned that you are inferior, you cannot debate, you cannot even advocate for your own security. Those are the highest level of inferiority complex that is found within the African society. From the higher level, betrayal. If I go today, like right now, I'm telling you, if I was to take a white man to Africa, we go through our checkpoints, like our immigration. The immigration officers will give preference to the white man because he's white, and they will ignore me, or they can even persecute me. Inferiority complex, mind conditioning. These are some of the things that I discussed about in my book, Wailing from the Bleeding Nations, the battlefield where the war are implanted. And the other one is Wailing from the Bleeding Nations, the effect, the lunatic struggle, the effect of the lunatic struggle. So guys, it is about education. It's about black empowerment. It's about the war in Sierra Leone. How does the war start? How government and whatever go on. It's about the war in Liberia, how things went on over there. For the people feels like, for example, Charles Taylor is in prison today in the UK for crime they say he committed in Sierra Leone, not what happened in Liberia. You cannot, if you are a historian like me, you will not be able to discuss the Sierra Leonean situation without involving Liberia. And you will never be able to discuss the Liberian situation without getting Sierra Leone involved. And that is the reason I become the bridge. I came as a bridge. When they come to the Civil War, there had never been any book, ever since the Civil War 30 years ago or whatsoever. There had never been any educative book enough that can challenge the Wailing from the Bleeding Nation series. So guys, it is the thing. If you get a copy and you don't like it, I can pay your money back. As long as you absorb, you are taking in that information, I know it's going to be it's going to be profitable to you as a person. So it is not about the money. It is about us empowering ourselves so that our younger or our future generation will be able to do things for themselves. We have to dismantle the mind conditioning that we have in our society. And that is the reason why I stand and I want for us to go in for this book. The website of the book is coming out. The social media platform, they are going to be there. And this is a video that I want for us to share. Wailing from the Bleeding Nations is already out. So you can do your pre-ordering now. Contact me. My number is going to be there. In England, the number is 073 99306931. 073-9930-6931. So that's my number. So guys, thumbs up. Let's go there and let's do something. We have to kick somebody ass with this book, So take a holiday. It's summer. The book is there. I am planning to do the real launching in the Black History Month. The Black History Month is the real launching where I'm going to do like a talk for the book. But for now, if you want to be one of the first to have a copy of the first 100, definitely it is time now for you to contact me and we'll see what we can do. So guys, let's build up, let's unite ourselves and let's fight for the dignity and the solidarity of the African people. So thank you very much. Once again, my name is Anthony Oscar Darway. Don't forget to get a copy, and you can even buy a copy for any of your relatives. Wailing from the Bleeding Nations, the battlefield where the war are implanted is here for every one of us. Thank you and bye-bye.